probably honestly the worst part about what's going on with Wayfinder, honestly, is just like how much promise it had and how much the dev was doing and was in production with, and then just to have like Digital Stream out of the blue just be like, nah, we gone. Everybody we work with, you're not working on Warframe, we just done with you. Bye. We got ourselves a Wayfinder update. I haven't went over all this shit, so if you're seeing this after the fact over on YouTube, hi. Like, favorite, and subscribe. We doing it live for what happening here. So for any of you that did not see it, Wayfinder earlier today announced it, that announcing that Wayfinder is pretty much no longer an MMO. And also we got information about the PS5 Xbox and of course Steam and the game doing a quote-unquote relaunch. Let's go into this. So from the announcement off the gate, Elite here on Twitter, single player and co-op, remember the MMO chat, one play $25.99, which is already an upcharge sent to get into early access. Originally was $20, not $25, so the price is already going up. No microtransaction or in-game purchases. That, like, to be totally honest, like I said, they're probably going more detail in a moment, but like this statement here, on one hand, is feel like this is something they are doing just to try to get the good graces, because, you know, usually when a game being like, we're not doing microtransaction, you know, people get very happy and will play stuff. Because, like, either scream that to me, hoping that the statement here will get a whole bunch of new players, or they are saying this as in, like, a way that just kind of like, yeah, we just gonna try to finish our vision the best we can, and then we're gonna just move on. Because especially being independent, and especially with all the funding coming out of the CEO pocket, and maybe one or two little investors here and there, probably the last thing you want to do is cut out your monetization gain. Well, once again, they are just hoping the $25, and the good news here will just carry them into whatever the net product might be. Here hoping for the net one to be a new Darksider game. That'd be great. New Wayfinder Gwendor, which I am kind of curious is like, what gonna happen? What is gonna happen with the other Wayfinders? Since there was already one other one announced, because they always showed like in the last trailer they did one the last trailer. So I'm kind of curious, like, is she now just like $10 DLC? But they're saying no microtransaction or in-game purchases, so she just got it at that point, and then the third one, because there were like 4 Wayfinder originally that was like data mined out with like photos and stuff. So I'm wondering if they just decided we just not gonna do any of that, and they just gonna do Gwendor because that one they promised in the early access, or the early buy-in, I should say. So maybe it's just that. So I'm guessing maybe. Also, with no microtransaction stuff, does that mean the actual battle pack stuff is gonna go away? Which I really like the battle pack because it's like a mini game onto itself. Either way, on that, we find out. Weapon armor drop, a new zone with, once again, new zone already being worked on, and so much more. So June 11th for Steam, PS5, Xbox, and 4, and so on. So let's see. Let's actually get like fully into this, because this is the part I haven't fully went into. So let's see what's actually happening here. So, this is coming, yeah, they're coming from the Steam page for this. So, as previously mentioned, upon initiating the transfer service from Digital Stream to Airship Syndicate, the team began thinking long term. How do we go about improving Wayfinder while keeping the game alive forever? Yeah, the whole live forever bit. Once again, I think we're in the process of put it out, do some update, try to get funding to do something else. But yeah, either way, we're moving online requirement. Wayfinder will be removing all online requirement and will be a single player game with an optional 3-player co-op. No queuing, no login, and no account. You can choose to play solo on your Steam Deck while on the go, or engage in peer-to-peer. There where it came from. Yeah, the peer-to-peer co-op with friend from your home PC. So far out of that right here, this is literally, I know they were having so much issues trying to get like the account information flipped over from a Digital Stream, and originally they were talking about a possibility of everybody having to start over, because it really does just sound like that, like, account information, it just, they can't get it, which is probably another reason why they're moving away from being a co-op game, I imagine, especially since You know, they was already, you know, selling the game for 20, what was it? I think it was like 20 to like 180 bucks, depending on which version you want to buy in. And then on top of that, they had the microtransaction stuff and all the account stuff. So they just sound like to me of just like, hey, we cannot get the information at all, like from digital streams. So instead of like forcing people to quote unquote start over and we buy stuff, I feel like this is them to going to quote unquote like sucks, but at the same time, maybe, because let's be honest, most people wouldn't like look at this as far like what happened and why. In the case, let's just say they kept going the MMO route, having to start over or having to rebuy stuff, and like, yeah, that horribly sucks. But at the same time, it's like, we all know all that hate we're going to come down on Airship, not digital stream. Any digital stream is the problem here. But nonetheless, let's continue here. And also, I get doing the peel-to-peel stuff at also. That way, they do not have to worry about server fees. Which I think that is probably the whole idea of trying to keep the game relevant forever. Of like, as long as they'll peel-to-peel, and as long you have people to play with, you know, in your friend group, you know, you kind of don't have to deal with server issues, which is also kind of another issue with the game being 25. But then again, I guess over time it'll get cheaper, and I guess maybe they're hoping for that from your home PC. While we will like the big ship, but necessary one to guarantee that the game will be around forever. They'll also mean that all progress will not be carrying forward due to the save being located not on servers. Yeah, also no, not on known servers. The major change will be the basic for what we are calling a Wayfinder Echo update. Hopefully they answer this in it. Are we still going to be able to play the MMO bit Elite 2 that rebrand happened? So we need to figure that out. Cause that's my biggest question. Because if so, we need to get back to Wayfinder, and we need I need to finish it up. Cause my OCD nets make it like I want to unlock all the stuff before they switch over, you know, and also document what the game was or used to be. So I need to double check and see if that's the case here. But nonetheless, let's see. One point, no microtransaction. Removing online requirement wasn't only a major change. The industry have also shifted in recent years with more and more game coming out. They are all fighting for the player time and attention. Yeah, they all live service stuff, but you know, players have more to play than ever. And they are being asked to log into multiple games to check them daily quests, look at the store rotation, and the drip feed content. Don't mind me with my dyslexia, chat. The players today are more apt to outright purchasing a game that they know is full of content, also with bet on time. I did like a funky statement. I feel like that statement can go both ways. I don't think that a black and white like this or that, you know, of being like free to play to purchase. I feel like sadly, no matter how a lot of gamers want to scream about like, you know, give me a game full of content. But the thing is that also the players that won't be really spending that much money to begin with when it comes to like single player stuff. I don't know. I don't know. That feel like that could go either way on that statement. I feel like they're leaning a little more into gamers only want to pay for game with content. I think that will separation happen between old timers and, you know, normal people who play game nowadays, but and then any more so become a little more problematic, especially coming out of everything that happened with Wayfinder here. Well, they just hoping that everybody just literally forget about all the stuff that went down before, which maybe that's what they're hoping for. Echo update, we will be changing one price, $24.99 during early access and upon full release. Question is how much that will be. I think it's gonna be $40 personally. No in-game microtransaction or in-game purchases at one price. Founders who have already purchased the game will have access and all exclusive item included in each pack. Our founder pack will not be going back on sale. Kind of figure on that point, because like, I wonder if that also means, since we no longer do live service stuff, I imagine that means we're not going to get any more of like the upgraded characters. Since they did one for the founder pack, and they did say they wanted to do other one down the line. So I'm guessing all that stuff just got cut, huh? For anyone that supported by purchasing in-game wound silver, we will convert that Wound Silver into the new in-game currency for unique exclusive cosmetics. So, question on this though is like, yeah, if anyone that not well, Wound Silver was the in-game money that you could buy with real money. I have some on my account because I gave out some when you did the whole supporter pack. And also, I ended up winning some during some of the live streams they have done. So yeah, I wonder what the items are going to be then. I'm guessing that these are probably going to be like maybe like cosmetic stuff that will require you to, you know, do some event type of farming. You know, like some like the legendary stuff that you would see in like other game maybe. So now the question, which hopefully they get into, is like, if you have Wound Silver, I imagine you're going to just lose all your house stuff, right? Because the main thing you use Wound Silver for was unlocking Skeletor if you didn't want to farm them, buying house items, and also buying like outfits and stuff that they had on like, I think it was like daily or every 3-day rotation. It wasn't a lot that you could do with Wound Silver, so I'm kind of curious like how that's gonna translate there. Let's see, major gameplay changes. There are only one change though. We touch every major system in the game, and as a result, the gameplay is not only more refined, but also a very play test with though outside of the studio. The game performed and played better than before. Probably what they were seeing here was they had like a big issue. Well, whenever you were like in the open, like the open zones, you know, well, you had like 30-40 players running around back at launch anyway. They had an issue, well, since the game was loading everybody, armor, abilities, your attachments, all, you know, all the stuff on every single person, because you could like change your character, you know, you can change character on the fly, you can change equipment on the fly. And then they also had it, well, I believe if I remember right, I don't know that it ever got in the game, but I know they talked about was like also being able to like, you know, of course, examine people and see what they have, what type of outfit they have, that type of stuff. And they went into issues, well, like whenever you would like zone outside of the hub town, it would like literally load every character in that zone. And it would cause like server issues. Well, disconnects happen, like long load time would happen. And I know they were like floating around with Ideal for a while. I don't know if it ever got put in or not. Well, they were going to limit, well, you only could change character and equipment when you're in the hub cities. I don't think they ever got put in. I don't remember hearing anything about that. So I think this is probably referring to that, because that was causing so many issues just because of probably the whole issue with like Unreal, because I believe the game had won in Unreal originally, and well, Unreal have some issues with the more open areas, and especially once you are doing like MMO stuff. So I'm pretty sure that it weaponed that. Let's see, some of the changes included all weapon becoming random drop with various stats. So the item, so that means if the items are dropped now, that means we are not farming like pieces, because how it operated was previously it worked more like Monster Hunter, where it'd be like, oh, I need 4 of this item, 5 of that item. And then you would take it to an NPC, give them the item, and then they would give you like a piece of the weapon or armor. And then after you collect like 4 pieces, and then you just like make it. I'm guessing all that stuff is going away now if it's just gonna just drop items. So I guess instead of going the Monster Hunter route now, they are just going like the Fancy Star route of just giving weapons. Hopefully the drop rate won't be bad on that. Let's see, some of these changes will include weapon becoming a randomized drop with various stats, or slots, I mean. Armor are now having a stats and being collectible. 1,000 of cosmetics and house items available to collect. So that's probably all the stuff they were originally selling. The removal of the grind to get new characters. I imagine, okay, this is something, we will see if they get into that, but this is just conspiracy theory on my end. Originally, they did talk about how they were, like, once they got into, out of funding, into early access, into release, they did talk about how they wanted each of the characters to have, quote-unquote, like, a story, a backstory, you know, all that stuff. So I wonder, instead of you, once again, like, same as weapons, you would do dungeons, you would fight bosses, you would farm item, you take item, you turn them in, and you would unlock the character slash class, and the character with classes. And that's how you unlock them originally. Or, you know, you can spend like $15 if you wanted to, if you didn't want to, you know, grind for like 5 hours. Because the grind wasn't bad at all. They were like 5 to 8 hour top per character, along as, you know, you going after the modules and zones. So I wonder if the characters are gonna unlock through like story progression, or are they just gonna be like, oh, you just instantly have all the characters unlocked? Do you think? I'm kind of curious how that's gonna work. But nonetheless, let's see. Await the requirement for awakening character, increasing house limit. Okay, real quick on the awakening character stuff. This is because the thing about awakening was you had a level cap of 30, and when you hit level 30, it kind of was like Call of Duty Prestiging. It had a cool Call of Duty Prestiging anyway. Well, you would hit level 30, and then you will farm the items again to unlock that character, because it will, like, the in-game grind kind of started kicking in outside of weapon collection. So you will hit level 30, you farm the item needed to unlock that character, you unlock a second of that character, and then that character will, like, prestige up to, I think, like, rank 5, if I remember right. And then every time you prestige up, you will get like a whole bunch of stat increases. So that's what I was referring to by awakening characters. So yeah, look like that is gone now. Increasing house item limit, adding 4 distance to choose from. Wait, really? RPG tavern into your progression. So I guess our house is just getting bigger since we no longer gonna have like, cause our house was more like neighborhoods, not neighborhoods. Sorry, apartments. So I'm guessing the house is just gonna be a lot bigger now. Because originally they talked about the house system becoming like how Final Fantasy 14 is. You know, where you have a neighborhood with all the houses. Obviously, I don't think that's happening now. Let's see. RPG talent into your progression and more. The update will also launch with the latest Wayfinder Gwendol. So I get that you're going to give Gwendol to everybody like I thought. So I get we no longer got to farm him slap during the battle pass. As well as a brand new hunt and new overland zone. 3 times the size of that. That's not new. They talked about that previously. They have shown pieces of that in some of the older streams. So that's just more content that they were working on, showed, and promised. So that's still staying. That is overflowing with content and points of interest. Let's see, well, can I play? While we have a lot more in shell on the changes in the coming weeks, hopefully there will be a live stream. We have always felt that the action beat louder than words. Therefore, we will be soft launching Wayfinder Echo, changing on May 34th. We will see, chat. Hopefully, we'll be back on Twitch fully by then, and you know we're checking this out. From the point forward, all online requirement tied to a theme, including player data, will be removed, and the game will be available for anyone that currently owns any version of the Wayfinder on Steam. Wayfinder will once again be available for purchase on Steam Early Access on June 11th. So does that mean the game had like been taken offline? Is that what it means? And won't be back to May 34th? Does that mean we won't be able to actually do the MMO stuff? The change will come to PS5 later in the year. And we will keep player up to date on what we have a consistent timeline. So probably what we're going to do here is, originally I played on PS5 because the whole PC launch thing I just didn't want to deal with. Let's see, PS4 support will be discontinued. Man, that sucks. Hopefully they do some type of refund or something for this, because like, you know, the PS4 version and PS5 version were like some of the better version there for a while, up to the digital stream stuff happened. So hopefully they will refund the people that was like legit playing it on PS4. Let's see, with all the PS4 version being upgraded to PS5. Okay, never mind. At no additional cost. Wait, no additional cost. Wrong here. Maybe they changed something, but I feel like that was when they give me the review key for it. Maybe, I don't know if it was because of the review key. I believe the key on PS5 they give me was like PS5 and PS4. So I just thought like you buy it on one, you get it on both. So maybe that's not the case. In the meantime, PS4 and PS5 player can continue to access the game as normal. Okay, maybe we can still do, maybe it only the theme version they shut down, which I wouldn't doubt, because, you know, there were obviously not a lot of players, but there were more players on PlayStation. So yeah, maybe we need to get on that, chat. We launching an early asset on a single platform will allow us to be making changes at a faster pace, also known as not dealing with Sony requirement for update, because that was the whole thing as well. We plan to leave early asset later in 2024. Originally, I believe that was supposed to be like February of this year. We're supposed to be leaving early asset, but we saw how that worked out. But during that time, we will be adding a gameplay refining based on feedback back a new Wayfinder, which is the Seminole, which once again we have technically seen. A new location to explore, a new attended housing, and more. I'm so curious. Does that mean the neighborhood haven't been gutted? We also formally announced that Wayfinder will be coming to Xbox Series X during early access, and will be providing an update on a timing later in this year, which once again originally was supposed to be on Xbox, but that was supposed to be when it went out early access. It was supposed to be on Xbox, so that's not technically new, just like way later than hoping. Let's see the paths ahead. We know that the path get here haven't been easy. That an understatement. And the game have had a rocky path. We also know that it wasn't the original game that we envisioned or that our fan bought into. Yeah, because like I said, it was a MMO in the vein of Fantasy Star Online Dreamcast GameCube days. When fate with the reality of where we are, also known as independent with no money, we also saw our opportunity as a shuttling of the game fully, as other online games have done before, or making the pivot and releasing the Echo update. During the process, we quickly came to the realization that we are making a suspended game for both current and future players, and we will love to support Wayfinder for years. We have ideal for additional character, new content, and we have the intent to do so if the player demand it, and Wayfinder find a new audience. So yeah, which good on them here for sticking to the idea of Elite trying to get the game out in one way or another. Once again, I don't know if they're gonna find a player base, especially with all the baggage tied to the game at that point. So they somehow can pull a No Man's Sky situation here. I don't know how long the game will make it. It might just become like FR updates. Like, I wouldn't be surprised after, if not before, we leak on Xbox, that game might just ends up, just being a game that just sell on early access for the next decade plus, especially if with it going pill to pill. But I feel like that is like a safety thing. Like, man, I really love Wayfinder, but I don't know. I don't think it will have the staying power any after we release to, be anything more than what we obviously probably be getting by the rest of this year. And then after that, it probably not anything, but hopefully I'm wrong on that. It just, sadly, that's the reality I feel here. No matter how much I do love Wayfinder. Let's see, for everyone here at Eldership Syndicate and our fan supporter have been irreplaceable. All the comment support we have help put to make a Wayfinder the best that we can be, and make sure it's here to stay forever. So yeah, that is our update, and looking at it, so May 34, Echo update, PlayStation, keep playing as normal. So that means we really need to get on Wayfinder, because I still have like 3 or 4 bosses I still need to kill. Like, I think I got like maybe 8-10 hours from being like done, because I very much got sucked into farming items. So I need to get on this so we can see what it was before it died, because I know there are a lot of stuff like that they did not talk about, and that they did not talk about the auction house. They didn't talk about the daily. I get they kind of talk about the dailies and weekly. We still have the helper store thing as well. So, but either way, June 11, Echo update will go live, and game will resume sale at 25. I still don't know about it being, being sold, but I get, you got to kind of try to make your money here, I guess, especially since like I said, another reality here, I wouldn't doubt L should be going out of business here in the next like 2 to 3 years. Let's see, some more Echo update will go live on PlayStation, so that means that will probably be September if I would have guessed, for the same price. And then fall release will be early access on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam, and the Wayfinder leave early access, and the price will increase, which will probably increase to, what is that, probably 30, 40, probably 40 be my guess, like $39.99. So we will see. So yeah, my plan for all this is I'm gonna hop on. We will probably, who knows, maybe we will do that like tomorrow or something. Hop on, see what we can do for the last little bit while it's still an MMO. And then on May 34th, if it's still available on the video now, we will hop into the theme version, see if it worth the $25, especially as a single player game, because I still have some questions about some of the war bosses, some of the progression stuff, how exactly is the character unlock gonna work, because To be honest, I'm in the case of like, yeah, just put all the character when you make a new new account or new, new one. Put all the character in there, let you pick a character, and then just have it well, like, oh, okay, so if you want to play every character, just have multiple save files, or if you want on one save file and then just keep farming them normally, and maybe adjust some of the stuff a little bit, especially some stuff that might be tied to some of the like the dungeons and raid bosses. Also, that's another thing. I guess all the raid stuff is just gone. Well, we're not getting raid bosses now, like the super high end stuff they were promising. I get that stuff and got it. Well, or they would just become like, higher tiers in the single player. But yeah, either way, we will hop in, finish up why do an MMO, at least on PlayStation, and then check out the single player and see what's gonna happen. Nonetheless, that is what's going on with Wayfinder, and we do have some artwork here. So yeah, here all the cosmetic stuff. Oh, they breaking the cosmetic stuff now into looking any more like Monster Hunter of just being like teal. The thing here is, but they are still keeping the waking system here. So I'm guessing that you're getting renamed to something else, I guess. But yeah, I kind of wish we could see like the unlock for heal for this. Like, I'm curious if you're gonna stay the same or not. But yeah, heal. Yeah, mat level is 30, so that's probably not changing. Yeah, main story complete. Lat save. Power waiting. Wayfinder wank. I don't remember this being a thing before the wank. I think that is the account wank stuff they talked about, which I need to see if that got added. And then we got our mount. Yeah, the mount looked like blue. He was like way more blue in the preview, so I think they ended up like weakening him. But, and then of course, all new zone. So either way, I'm happy to live for now. But I'm also sad that we are losing the MMO aspect of it. I still was honestly like in the camp of like the way I foresaw it going, like either the game was just gonna die, just be discontinued because they always stop selling and they were just gonna move on, or they put the game out and all the assets add free to play and then just hope for the best, do like a soft relaunch. But it looked like they are just gonna go straight the way of co-op single players. So either way, I guess with that, since we were technically doing it live, let's see. What you guys have any opinion on it real quick before we end it? Because I will be having this up on YouTube as a separate video. So if you are watching it as a separate video, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells, do what you do over there, and yeah. So yeah, new DLC sounds like hopefully they will be able to do DLC expansions instead of the microtransaction stuff. We'll put you on Epoch when it come. They better have 4 player or more. Yeah, it is. I believe it's 4 players, right? Because I think it's 4 player right now. Yeah, single player game with optional 3 player. Is it 3 players? Has it always been 3 player? I'm trying to remember now. I thought it was 4 players, but yeah, at least 3 player co-op. Because like I said, I will be playing. The other thing here that I'm kind of curious about that I didn't talk about is the game originally will co-op play with PC and PlayStation. So I'm wondering if they're going to keep that, especially when they bring it out on other consoles. Hopefully it will, since it be peer-to-peer, but I don't know. I really hope they keep co-op play. Because the game was co-op play originally. So hopefully this won't be a thing that be an issue with like Xbox and PlayStation. But yeah, hopefully the co-op play will stay. Hopefully, because we need that. Anyway, that was going on with Wayfinder, and we will see what happened with that here at the end of May. So again, if you're watching it on YouTube, do thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bell. Any of you watching it live on YouTube, hit all the bell, do all the thingies. I would say come on both the Twitch, but we kind of can't stream though. But once again, for everybody on YouTube, if you did not check out my video, I will have a link above to what's going on with Twitch. Either way, I'll be back on Twitch on a Tuesday at the time of that video. But we will probably hop into Wayfinder here on YouTube and kick for the next few days just to wrap up what the game could have been. But nonetheless, I will have all that linked below in the description, so you can check this out for yourself. And sad, but I guess it could be way worse. So